Yellowstone. The fifth season has barely begun. However, they would be mistaken if they believed that would stop us from begging for season 6. It is abundantly clear that the story did not end in season 5, and there is still a great deal that we do not yet know for certain. However, if you were thinking about the same thing, I might have some good news for you. So keep watching until the very end to find out. Let's begin with a brief synopsis. Be patient with us. A month after the fourth season's final episode, the fifth season was only announced. Then again, season 5 is as yet progressing, with the 14 episodes split into 2 volumes. Additionally, the fans' and critics' reactions thus far have been amazing. There is no way the show can be cancelled. That query has never been discussed. As a matter of fact, the genuine inquiry right currently is whether season 6 will be the final remaining one, meaning the aim of the showrunners is to continue onward however much as could reasonably be expected. Okay, let's talk briefly about season 5 now. Let's not forget that this season has a ridiculous rating from critics and viewers. The show established itself as one of the most popular in the United States when it debuted with 2 episodes. But what do you do after you reach the top? After reluctantly ascending to Montana's highest office, that must have been on John Dutton's mind at the beginning of the season. Taylor Sheridan likely have similar inquiry at the forefront of his thoughts as he and the man he made are in their prime. In addition, it goes like this: I oppose progress. At the conclusion of the 4th season, John Dutton, the Montana ranching tycoon, swore, "I am the wall that it bashes against, and I will not be the one who breaks it." This statement of ethos and purpose has come to embody the spirit of Taylor Sheridan's immensely popular drama. I am the wall that it bashes against, and I will not be the one who breaks it. Yellowstone, based on a Sheridan-specific cocktail of romance, violence, soapy, melodrama, and gorgeous mountain views that keeps viewers wanting more. Writing some of the messier narrative wanderings remained one of the most consistently watchable series throughout the 5th season. The 5th season delivers more of the same, and the audience got exactly what they wanted. Casey and Monica against their extremely unfortunate circumstances, Beth against the adopted child, and Jamie and John against the entire world. We used to refer to Yellowstone as the Godfather in Montana in the past, but I don't think that's the best way to describe this story. Okay, it continues to be a series about a family empire, their land, their legacy, and the heinous lengths to which they will go to safeguard it. But regardless, isn't that in some ways misleading? While the show blends the flippancy of defilement and irreverence with the dark heart of a poisonous and useless family as the vast majority of Taylor Sheridan's substance. Yellowstone really boils down to John pressing the like button, which you ought to do if you hadn't already. Goodness, oh. Really? Oh? The real story of Yellowstone is about John's promise to his father to never sell his Yellowstone ranch and land, no matter how much it cost or how many wars had to be fought. John, this building doesn't have any friends for you. You will need to bring your own. We think I'll do what you're going to do first because the Dutton family wants to keep their way of life. That's classic and traditional, with cattle, ranches, and nature stretching for miles. Even though all of that sounds like something out of a fairy tale, Progress is always sneaking around. Progress wants to purchase their land and construct airports, hotels, casinos, condos, and new mini-cities that will disrupt and probably destroy the environment as a whole. For 4 seasons, the Duttons have resisted invasions of every kind. Companies in the Fortune 500 are attempting to either destroy the value of their land or acquire control of the surrounding properties. John Dutton takes one of his most daring actions in Season 5 in order to defend his lifestyle and fend off the Market Equities Corporation. He is attempting to further exploit the power with a more legitimate political level, with the exception of winning as a governor. Enough about this, written by Taylor. Additionally, making the best possible product is a top priority for everyone. In most cases, if that is the case, you will, of course. Nobody would have predicted that it would perform as it does. Since its inception in June 2018, Yellowstone has resulted in multiple spin-offs. Not to mention the Faith Hill Tim McGraw starring prequel 1883, the upcoming prequel 1923, and a spin-off series that will be announced in February 2021. Having said that, there are so many projects in the works that Season 6 will undoubtedly happen. When precisely? All things considered, I surmise we'll have to stand by a couple of additional weeks until we get official data. And who might return for the following season? Well, it depends on what happens in the 5th season. Naturally, we would like to see the majority of the main cast return. John will be played by Kevin Costner, Beth will be played by Kelly Riley, and Rip will be played by Luke Grimes and Casey Kohlhauser. In the 5th season, even Sheridan stated that it was impossible to continue playing the game without removing chess pieces from the board. In the meantime, let's talk about the possible plot. We'll probably also hear something about the cast. I've always wondered if Yellowstone has the bravery to press the notification bell and subscribe button. Goodness oh! Actually, no. In all seriousness, I've always wondered if Yellowstone has the courage to make radical decisions like killing key characters to really challenge this structure and change the drama. Think about it. The series is very familiar with steaks and potatoes right now. This has been the case since the beginning. Don't get me wrong though, every episode of the show was entertaining enough. However, it appears that the show overlooks some of its perhaps excessively sensational and over-the-top writing conveniences and contrivances, even though they are frequently borderline melodramatic. Listen, the meal can still be eaten, and perhaps those who have only recently begun watching the show will still enjoy its flavor. However, if you've been writing this cult for 5 seasons and are familiar with all of its lurches and bucks, you'll agree that Yellowstone will have more to do. Thus, there is a danger. How much more will our audience invest if we continue to watch the same things over and over again? Nobody wants things to start going downhill if no one is willing to make a real change and pay some creative tax. The only theater we have so far is Hauser's People magazine interview. He offered some reassuring remarks despite being informed that fans are concerned about Rip's future. He stated that his mother had mentioned a few of the fan theories, but he had never heard of them before. And I told my mother, I kill. It won't affect you. I am certain of one thing. The story of season 6 will be amazing, and it will be different. In point of fact, whenever Shepard and Stamp are working on a project that would be the most significant indicator of quality, he is extremely divided between the mega-popular Tulsa King and Yellowstone, the spin-off mayor of Kingstown from 1923. However, let's hope that we will soon receive official statements. What about you two?